Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon. It's a classic track, it sounds awesome. Loads of chords for it, I've got a little finger picking intro as well, but I'm going to teach you the whole song all the way through, like the chord patterns. But just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notifications. Please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know you're watching out there. Just say hi. Let me know where in the world you're from. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off of this as well, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Okay, so obviously most of it is piano chords, but I'm going to teach you it on the guitar. So the intro part goes like this. So to play that, we're going to start with G2 and then open E. So we've got into bar 2 and we play B2 and G2 at the same time as playing the A string. Then play the open E nearest to the floor. Then open A with G1 and B at the same time. Then open E. So bar 2 goes. Put the first bar in and you get onto bar 3 and we've got, which is open A with third finger on D4, first finger on G2. Play those 3 strings, then the open E string, and then it goes to open A with G1 and open B, then open E string. So bar 3. From the beginning, you've got into bar 4. I'm going to use my second finger on E2, nearest to your face, third finger on G2, little finger on B2, hit those strings, then hit the open E string nearest to the floor, and then put my first finger on G1. And you're going to play the E2 with G1 and B at the same time, and then the open E string. So bar 4. Into bar 5, I'm barring my first finger, then using my third or fourth finger on the D4. So play E2 with D4 and G2 at the same time, and then just the D4 and G2, and then go to E2 with G1 and open B strings, and then you play just the G1 and B string again. So bar 5. So from the beginning. Into bar 6, open D string with G2 and B2, then open E, then we'll go to G1 with the open D string and the B string, then the E, so bar 6. Then bar 7 you've got, which is G2 and D4, then B3, B2, back to the G2 and D4, but put an open E string in there as well, nearest to your face. Then move those 2 fingers up 2 frets to G4 and D6. Okay, so bar 7 goes. So let's put the whole of that intro line together. Here we go. So that's the intro. Let's go on to the next line, which is the verse. Now, you can put some extra rhythm into it. I've just written the chords straight out, but it sounds nice when you just play the chords like this as well. Let me play this for you. Go to this. So lots of chords. First chord is an A chord, first finger. I'm going to put my first finger flat across D2, G2 and B2, playing the A string. I'm doing it fingerstyle. You could pluck it with a plectrum or strum it however way you want, but I'm going to use fingerstyle. So I've got an A chord. The next chord is E over A, which is open A string, second finger D2, first finger on G1. Play the middle 4 strings. Into the next bar, and we've got an F sharp minor over A, which is just open A with D4 and G2. Only play those 3 strings. Then it goes back to E over A. So the first 2 bars of that line. Verse go. Bar 10, we've got a B minor chord, which is your first finger A2, second finger on B3, third finger D4, little finger on G4. So B minor. The next chord is F sharp over B. So take your little finger off and move your second finger up 1 string and bar your first finger, and then that gives you that chord, the F sharp /B. So first finger barred, second finger G3, third finger D4. And we go to this E sus4, which is like a D chord shape, moved up 2 frets, and adding the little finger on E5. So to play it, second finger, even though we're not going to use it on the first chord, on that E sus4 chord, we're not going to use our second finger on E4, but we're going to go to it when we do the E chord, the next one. So second finger E4, first finger G4, third finger on B5. So that's an E chord. Add your little finger to E5, and then that's E sus4. Hopefully this makes sense. So E sus4, then it goes to an E chord. You just take your little finger off. So let's play the first 4 chords of that line. Here we go. Bar 12, we've got an A chord, and then E over G sharp, a little bit of a strange chord. First finger on D2, third finger G4, little finger B5, and second finger up the top here on E4. Bit of a stretch, so that's E over G sharp, then it goes E minor over G. But all you do is you move your second finger down to fret 3, then it goes to an F sharp, which is your first finger, E2, second finger on G3, third finger A4, little finger D4. I'm just playing the top 4 strings. You could bar your first finger if you wanted to. Okay, so bars 12 and 13 go. So that F sharp is a little bit earlier, so it's on beat 2 and. We then got B minor, A over C sharp, which is your first finger flat across D, G and the B strings on the second fret, third finger A4, then a D chord, and then E sus4 to E. So bars 14 and 15 go. Okay, so let's play the whole of that line, the first verse. Here we go. On to the next line, the second verse. Now it's slightly different from the first verse. So we're going to go A, then E over G sharp, and then F sharp minor. First finger barred across all the strings at the second fret. Third finger A4, little finger D4. So it's slightly different there, the first two bars. Then B minor. Then F sharp over A sharp this time, which is your first finger A1. Second finger B2. Third finger G3. Little finger D4. So a bit of a stretch that chord, F sharp over A sharp. Then E sus4 to E, A, E over G sharp, E minor over G to the F sharp, then B minor for 2 beats, A over C sharp for 2 beats, D for 2 beats, and then E chord for 4 beats. Okay, so let's try the whole of that second verse. Here we go. So you notice that last bar actually has 6 beats in it, so it's 6/4. We've got an extra 2 beats. On to the next line, and we've got the bridge, which goes like this. So we've got D chord, then C sharp minor, which is the same as a B minor chord up 2 frets, then back to a D chord, then A to E, then D, then it goes a little line that goes D, D2, D4, keep that third finger on D4, and play an F sharp minor chord where you just put your first finger flat across E, B and the G strings at the second fret with a D4. So bar 28 goes. Then E sus4 twice, 2 E chords, then D over E, which is just your first finger flat across the D, A, D, G and B strings at the 7th fret. Okay, so let's try the whole of that bridge. Here we go. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Two, three, 4. Which takes us to the chorus. Now the chorus sounds like this. So that's the first line of it. We've got an A chord, B minor, then D. Then it repeats that. Then it goes A, B minor, C sharp minor, D, then E sus4, 2 E's, and then 2 D over E's. So that bars, last 2 bars. 38 and 39 go. So hopefully that chorus makes sense. Let's just try that line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. to the next line of the chorus, starts the same. And then just change on that last bar, just go E sus4 for 2 beats, then E for 2 beats. So that's the second line of the chorus, hopefully that makes sense. And then the next line is where the guitar solo is. I haven't written the guitar solo out, I've just done like the sort of part underneath it, which is basically the same as the intro, but there's a slight difference on the end. So you've got this. So the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars are exactly the same. There's a slight change. Actually, the first 6 bars are exactly the same, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then we have an A chord over E in bar 53. So D2, G2, and B2 over E. And then an E chord, which is just open E with D2, G1 and B, and then the next bar, the last bar, we've got G2 with D4 and an open E, then it goes back to that E chord that we did just before that. So the last 2 bars go. Okay, so the whole of that part, the whole line goes. It then goes back to the verse, but it does like the verse 2 part, and then bridge, chorus, till the end of the song. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help me out, as does giving me a like on the video. And please, if you liked it and enjoyed it, leave me some comments in the comment section. If you just want to say hi, let me know where in the world you're from, what you thought of the video, what songs I should do next. Just give me some feedback, it would be amazing. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do really appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.